People are on their phones more than ever, with the average adult spending more than an hour and a half per day on their phones, and that number rising to 5 hours per day in young adults. Head coach John Elders is as confident in this year's cross-country team as he's been in 30 years as Titans head coach. This year's Venice Beach Day featured live music from local reggae band Pacific Dub, henna tattoos, and a reptile petting zoo. Stations like this one off Yorba Linda and Placentia already had high prices due to their proximity to a university and freeway, but a new statewide gas tax should push those prices even higher. Mark Hernandez, a junior transfer from Golden West College, scored his second goal of the season and the first goal of the game in the 11th minute on a perfectly placed cross from Ross McPhee. The Cal State Fullerton women's soccer team finished up senior night with a 3-0 victory against the University of Hawaii. The women will try to carry their momentum into their last conference game against UCI on Sunday. Milo Yiannopoulos is coming to the campus of Cal State Fullerton. The College Republicans are hosting the former editor of Breitbart on October 31st in the Titans Student Union. While California's real super bloom has been over for months, Chernow's hashtag super bloom, made out of materials others cast away, will be on display until January 17th, 2018. 2004 National Championship baseball team was also celebrated, with 2 more members from the team being enshrined. Hello everyone, I'm Matthew Kirkland, and I'll also be hosting this week's Titan Timeline, where we preview a schedule of upcoming athletic events. Last year, Americans spent over $3 billion on Black Friday alone. Our reporter Terry Gaines asked students on campus if the discounts are worth the commotion and aggression.
The men's, how was their most recent matchup?
The men's most recent matchup, kind of like the women's. They lost 2-1 against UC Riverside in a game that they really needed to take. The men's soccer team won their 3rd Big West title in 4 years after defeating UC Davis on the road 4-3 in penalty kicks on Saturday. With the iPhone X retailing at $1,000 or more in stores and people waiting to drop hundreds of dollars on Kanye West's new shoe, one Cal State Fullerton in-residence artist is making something valuable out of materials insignificant to others.
And there was like a line to take selfies in the exhibition space. And while people were waiting, we had a chance to talk about the exhibition. There's a text panel in the space that kind of explains it, but it also gave us a chance to talk a little bit more about what environmental issues are going on, about the pollution of stores that take place through downtown Santa Ana, and issues of gentrification and change as well.
Rebecca Chernow created hashtag Superbloom and currently lives above CSUF's Grand Central Art Center in downtown Santa Ana. She saw the excitement the actual Superbloom created this past spring and witnessed the massive amounts of trash being littered on Santa Ana streets from people's everyday purchases.
Noticing there was a lot of Starbucks straws around downtown because there's a big Starbucks here, and there was these bags from a local department store that drift through the streets of Santa Ana, these orange bags. So she started collecting those, and she created her own Super Bloom here at Grand Central Art Center so people could take selfies, but with recycled materials, and thinking about what it means to be in a space of environment or to destruct a space of environment.
That is why she was inspired to create hashtag Superbloom, her own unique take on both art and culture today.
She's just noticed these things that exist, and so she's been collecting them and having other people collect them for her, cleaning them off and getting them in shape, and then creating the installation. So it's really kind of a heightened awareness of this thing that's made from this local community.
While California's real Super Bloom has been over for months, Chernow's hashtag Super Bloom, made out of materials others cast away, will be on display until January 17th, 2018. For the Report program, I'm Matthew Kirkland. The Cal State Fullerton men's and women's cross-country teams added a pair of runner-up finishes to their stellar season before heading to Riverside for the Big West Championships. Both teams placed second out of Division I teams that competed at the Titan Invitational last Friday, hosted on campus.
The guys, though, we had a runoff for our last position on the conference team, which is next weekend at UC Riverside. And so the first guy that finished got the last spot on the conference team.
Freshman Uriel Medina won the race-off and earned the final spot by finishing 6th overall in the men's 8,000-meter race. The Titans have had 3 different runners place first at a meet this season, and the team's depth gives them a boost physically and mentally.
It says a lot about our race-off too, on how our last guy is like right there. So like our depth is crazy. So we're all not too far apart from each other. So that's really good. I think that's something we haven't had in a while.
The women's team took the meet a little easier and used it as a cool down run.
The gals, first of all, we really didn't compete today. We were just we did a workout beforehand, and the girls just kind of jogged it.
They have run well all year and expect to have a chance at winning next week's meet.
And our biggest goal is to actually win it and make history for the Titans and make a name for ourselves bigger than what people think of us.
The Titan men also have pressure on them to place as high as the second place team of 1993.
I'm looking forward to it. I think the guys are gonna, maybe have their best overall finish in like 20 plus years.
Head coach John Elders is as confident in this year's cross country team as he's been in 30 years as Titans head coach. The Titan men and women will head to the Big West Championships this October 28th to try to place higher than they ever have before. For the Report program, I'm Matthew Kirkland.